Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Samcrac, and today we're finally going to install our ARMYTRIX exhaust on my Audi RS7 rebuild project. Now, if you guys have been following from the beginning, you know that this car came with no exhaust on it, period. That's because it was in a rear-end collision, and when they went ahead and disassembled it to assess the damage, they just removed all of the exhaust piping completely, leaving nothing but just the factory cats, just the first set of pipes in the engine bay. Now, I tracked down a stock exhaust for this car, but before I put it on, I got a call from ARMYTRIX and they said, wait a minute, we can do way better than that. And I said, let's do it. So without further ado, I'm gonna pull this into the garage. I'm gonna grab a buddy and we're gonna start in the engine bay where we're gonna remove the factory downpipes. We're gonna open things up with a set of race downpipes and then throw our ARMYTRIX valved exhaust system on. This thing should sound unbelievable when it's finished. The downpipes are completely out. There's the transmission down there. We're gonna get ready to put our APR downpipes in there. Big thanks to my buddy CC. He's here helping me. And those things to lift them out was a little tricky, but overall pretty easy job. These are the factory downpipes. Check out how big these cats are. They're unbelievably large. That's what makes it a little bit tricky to get out of the engine bay. They're gonna be replaced by these, and then our cats are gonna be relocated to the mid pipe here underneath the car. So let's get to it. I think we're gonna start off with these and then we'll get underneath and put these in. Come on, I got it. This is the moment I've definitely been waiting for, and I hope all of you guys too. We're gonna take the ARMYTRIX exhaust out of the box. These things are beautiful. I've been watching ARMYTRIX's videos at least the last 3 years. They have amazing sounding exhausts. Let me get this thing out because I can't wait any longer. I think everything is there. I'm pretty sure we got our Y pipe, we got our mid pipe with resonator, we got two mufflers, we have that amazing box right there. But of course, you know, when you got a big box of packing peanuts like that, you just got to do one more of these, especially when it comes from ARMYTRIX, because you don't want to leave any ARMYTRIX goodness left in a box. Check out the quality of this exhaust. It is by far the highest quality exhaust I've ever put hands on. I mean, check out the welds. Look at the details. This thing is unbelievable. Here is one of the mufflers. There's the other side muffler right there. And here's the mid pipe, which we are actually using those aftermarket race downpipes you saw because of the tune that is on my RS7. So I started unraveling this pipe, but we're actually not going to use it. This is going to be one of the pipes you see here. And what we have to figure out is how this will mate up to that, whether it's going to mate up simply and we can clamp it using the supplied clamps from ARMYTRIX, or whether or not we're going to have to cut things and weld. I'm hoping for option number one. Let's actually do a test fit here. The ARMYTRIX mid pipe would mount into this, and then this goes to the back of the mufflers. What we have to figure out is whether this catted race pipe will mount up with the ARMYTRIX. And look at this. This is incredible. As long as the length here is good, we shouldn't have to cut anything. This is the remote that controls the valves on the car. Look at how awesome it is. And look at this, when you press the weaponized button, turns green. All right, we got the center section of the exhaust in first, and it fit really easy, really good, and it looks even better. So now we're gonna move towards the front where we can see there's no pipes there. We're gonna try and connect this pipe that we just put in here, the midsection, with the catted down pipes that run up to the engine bay. This is make it or break it right here. We're gonna see if we can mate these up without any cutting. If we can, we'll be good to move on to the back and finish this thing up. Since we got a custom configuration, we needed a custom solution. We've spent a good amount of the day figuring out, but we should have that solution. You could see one of the downpipe ends is hanging right there. Here's the one that is off the car right now. Since this is a tapered fit, it goes from like 3 inches here down to like 2 1/4. And the ARMYTRIX pipe is right around 2 1/2. I went to an exhaust shop and they basically made me a reducer clamp here. So instead of using the ones that were provided, because the ones that are provided are meant to fit from the stock downpipe system, we're going to use these custom ones that should allow us to mount up our really nice pipes without having to do any sort of cutting. So I'm going to get back underneath the car and we're going to start with this pipe and see if we can't connect it to the ARMYTRIX pipe, which is already hanging in place. Everything is hooked up at this point except the mufflers. Now the mufflers will be really easy, a couple bolts and they'll just slide on to the existing hangers. The problem is these existing hangers no longer exist. I got underneath the car, down underneath there, and the hangers are just completely gone. That's likely because, again, the body shop who disassembled it just probably took the bolts out. Now, the nice thing is I call Audi. They can have them for me by tomorrow. And they're only 50 bucks each, or I can wait a couple days and just get them for $18 online. All right, my exhaust brackets just showed up. These are the cheapy ones I ordered off the internet. And so what I went ahead and did is mocked up one of the mufflers loose fitted. It looks great back there, and it's like super stealth because if you come around here and look, well, obviously all you see is that factory oval exhaust. Nobody knows. They're gonna get their ears blown away by this thing. But anyway, I mocked that up so that I can get underneath there and I can figure out which way to position this, whether it goes this way or this way. And then we're gonna go ahead, bolt everything up, and get this thing finished up. This right here is the electric solenoid. This plugs right in. This was really, really easy to mount right up. Okay, so this wire then travels here and then goes behind. There's usually a windshield washer reservoir that sits right here. You pull that out and there's a little hole. You can see where the wire runs back there. That wire runs in the same area that the hood wire runs to, the hood latch wire. And it is absolutely buried underneath all of the stuff here in the dashboard. So as you can see, I took the dashboard plate off. That was relatively simple. It was just trying to get and run the wire into it. So I was having a little bit of a difficult time doing that. What I ended up doing was just cutting the wire so I didn't have to stuff the connector through any of the holes. And then I just went ahead and soldered them here in the engine bay. Of course, I'm gonna clean this up and make it really look nice. There's a lot of excess wire here, but I'm just too impatient. I'm gonna go hook the battery up to the car. We're gonna finally hear what this exhaust sounds like. This is going to be the first startup with the full ARMYTRIX exhaust. Of course, we're gonna test and make sure that those valves open and close. All right, here we go. Hand on the brake, push to start. Sounds really good, but I think it gets even louder than this. Let's check our valves really quick. Oh, there you go. That's the loud mode. This wasn't even in loud mode. And then there's close. Let's drop this thing on the ground. Let's drive it outside and let's really hear what this thing sounds like. The valves were closed just now. We got to open those valves up and give it a few revs. All right, here's the remote that comes with the ARMYTRIX exhaust. This is the closed valve mode. So if we give it a little rev here. For a closed valve, that sounds unbelievable. It's got like a really nice, almost exotic tone to it. All right, now this is the real deal. When we press this button right here, can you hear it? It just gets a little bit louder. Here we go, first time with the open valve ARMYTRIX exhaust. Oh my God. My God. I'm just in the cabin and that sounds unbelievable. Let me go grab someone. I want to get behind the car and hear what this thing sounds like. Go ahead. Enough, enough. That's absolutely incredible. It sounds amazing. Well, guys, that is gonna do it for this video right here. If you enjoyed what you just heard, be sure to hit that like button. I would take you on a spin, but as you see, the car is still sitting real low. But I heard that the air springs are arriving, I think, today. So soon enough, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna throw the air springs back in the rear of the RS7. That will give us the proper ride height so we can actually take this Stage 2 ARMYTRIX equipped beast for a ride. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like on the road. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you very soon.